most professors put it, your first answer is almost always right. 9 times out of 10, your first thought is almost always correct. It's like in a test, 9 times out of 10, the first thing you think is almost always correct.
Is that like statistically true?
That I've heard that.
I've
heard that
from professors.
I've heard that saying from professors, and it's plausible. I'm not saying it's sound. It's plausible.
I don't think you gotta dig too deep. I don't think we've dug too deep. Also, I don't think we should dig too deep because if it's anyone else, it's something serious. So I'm not gonna bother trying to think of anyone else because if it is anyone else, that's even weirder.
Yeah. There's only one person that this situation would be okay, but it's still weird.
There's one person to be okay with, one person who wouldn't be that surprising from. Anyone else, it's like new behavior, hella fucking weird, and bad, and like if I know this person, cut off. No, immediately.
Yeah. But you know what? You know what though?
Real quick, let me delete my messages and I'll.
No, hey. You're right, but that's so.
I mean, oh no, 100%. Like this person has to know you, you know?
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, listen. Fuck this shit. I don't want to talk about it. This shit's creepy. And Moises be like, "We heard some shit." I don't care if you heard some shit about her. All right. This is a podcast. Welcome to the jar. It's your boy. It's Jonathan.
It's Alan.
It's your boy Clover.
Boogies is here in the background again.
Hello.
Are you gonna say your dream?
Should I?
She had a weird ass dream. I thought it was so funny.
Why?
She's telling me on her way here. It's her dream, not mine.
You want to tell it?
You sure?
Well, my dream was sad, so I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
So this was last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was pregnant
You
in
were
my
pregnant
dream.
in your dream.
Yeah. Guess who the
That's not the
guess
craziest.
who the dad was?
Bonnie.
You.
Me? Me?
Yeah, dude.
No way.
No, hold up.
Podcast.
Look, it was like my family was over at my house and they were congratulating me, but I was so sad. I was so sad I was pregnant. Not because
Because it was me. Because it was mine.
No,
That's why.
No, it's because I personally don't want kids. You know? Dude, I was like, fuck, I'm pregnant. I'm like, oh my god. And then I just see all the women, like, with Alan, like, oh my god, Alan, wow, congrats. And I was there like, oh my god, I don't want to have a kid. Like, dude, and I could feel my stomach in my dream. I'm like, oh, fucking god, this is real. No.
You didn't wake up after that?
I didn't wake up. I went in my room with my sister and I was there. I was like, Julie, I swear to you, I didn't do shit. I don't know how I'm pregnant. And then I wake up from my dream and I'm there talking to my sister.
Damn. That's interesting. Yeah. I would like to point out that she went to bed full. Like she ate right before she went to bed.
Bro, what's
That's so sus. Leslie, get away from me. Oh my god.
I looked it up. Apparently, it means new beginnings. So I was like, you know what, makes sense.
Okay.
New beginning for who exactly?
I don't know.
For both.
For the baby.
What baby?
What baby?
Are you gonna? Are we just gonna? Listen, you guys gotta decide. We're gonna put us in the loop or out of loop.
Dude, hey, there's
you heard it here first, folks.
This had nothing
Moody
to do
Saki
with
Frost is having a kid confirmed.
That'll drive your subscriber count up.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The next video I put out, I have an announcement.
No, it's okay. When me and Alan get in the house, if we don't have a partner, we're just gonna adopt a baby.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't help that I think I told you, bro, that I was out late one night. Yeah, and then my mom asked my stepdad and was like, "Where is she? Where is she?" And my stepdad's response was like, "She's making babies." And my mom just looked at him. Yeah, and then I have this dream. Interesting.
What's your Now we're on the topic.
And on topic of stories, I got a story. Oh,
I was gonna say.
No,
All right, I was gonna say.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Cause we're like, just for context, we're all like 20 something, 21 to 20 here, right?
I'm 18.
No, you're not.
Oh, we graduated the same year.
What are you talking about?
I just turned
how do
actually
you,
20.
and we're getting around that age where people start thinking about kids. So how do you guys feel about kids?
Fuck them kids.
No, like seriously.
Well,
Leslie gave her opinion on like about.
Yeah, earlier. I don't really want kids, but I see that now. So I don't know if my mind will change in the future. But as of now, I don't.
Is it like the experience of
Oh,
having
yeah.
a kid, or is it the
I
like
personally don't
with I
wanna
don't
have-
want it with this person?
No. I
Like,
just
but it could
don't.
change if it was like.
No. I just don't want to give birth because my mom almost died having me. Yeah, and because she was like small, and I'm smaller than her. Yeah, I don't.
I don't want a fucking cannonball coming out of whoever my fucking wife is.
Oh my god, dude.
I was a cannonball when I was a baby, and I thinned out.
Okay, but like
My
you
dad-
wouldn't want a kid.
No.
Would you want to raise a kid? Because those are two different questions.
I've heavily considered adoption,
Mhm.
and if worst comes to worst, I would adopt. I'm gonna adopt because I don't want to have to inseminate and fucking or conceive a child and then wait 9 months through fucking thick and thin and then raise that child.
Mhm.
No.
Well,
Commitment.
How about
I
you?
can't do commitment. No, I get it. Though. I get it.
Let's get back to boogies. Do you want to raise a kid?
I do that. Like when I
You
think
want to
about
raise
it.
my kids?
Wait. Like when I think about it,
Oh,
I'm not
fuck.
against it. Like I'm not against it, but having
baby mamas. He already has 2.
do not look at me.
Oh.
What the hell?
Oh, I'm not. No, she's not.
She half.
Interesting.
She's dreaming about it.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Movie.
Yeah.
All right. Me, would I want to have kids?
Want to have kids and raise kids. Those are two separate questions.
Raise kids? I could raise kids any day.
Do you
It's
want to?
not if they're mine. Just kidding. Maybe. At the moment, I don't know.
That's a valid.
Like,
We're still 20. That's
yeah,
still
'cause-
that's a valid response right now.
Yeah, cause like so I was, since I'm the oldest, I raised both of my sisters. Like I was there, like when my parents were at work or stuff. Like I would feed them, change them, clothe them, play with them, everything. I was there, so I raised them with them, for both of my younger sisters. So I've done it before, but do I want to do it now? Not right now. I'll definitely adopt though, for sure. Cause I had a like thing. I was like I wanted 3 kids, and then adopt, but that's just, you have to see it later in life, My goal was to have my first kid at 27 though. You know what's not fucked? Our sponsors.
I wish.
AdamandEve.com.
You know what's really fucked?
What?
When you get fucked with non-scented lube. Now if you use our code
Okay, we're not sponsored, all right? You don't give any free websites unless you're sponsored. Can't get us sponsored
with Adam and
Red
Eve.
Salad- Red Shadow Legends. That being said,
Sponsors, as in like the game that's just sponsoring us, Raid Shadow Legends.
bro,
Tell them.
listen,
So
bro.
so apparently Raid Shadow Legends has never sponsored anybody.
That's something the company said once. Like a spokesperson at the company one time said, Raid Shadow Legends. I don't remember if it was like a joke or if it's like an article, like a satire article someone wrote, but someone posted, Raid Shadow Legends has never sponsored anyone. And I don't remember if it's a satire article or if someone, like a representative of the company, said that. It's one or the other.
It's so funny because I see a bunch of like YouTubers that be like, oh, anyways, this is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. After playing Raid Shadow Legends for about an hour or two, I've made it to level 50. And if you download it right now through my link, you can get this character, these many diamonds, and this. But only be acting now because only the first 1,000 people can get it.
Bro, as soon as I'm a show, bro. As soon as someone's like, I'm a sponsor, where's my money, bro? I haven't even told you. I don't give a shit, bro.
Fucking wank as the quality.
It's gonna be an NFT with crypto punks. No, I would
With
never show an NFT.
Security Shark, you can protect your
It's called
IP.
Surfshark,
Oh,
bro.
fuck.
God, don't fuck up our sponsors, bro.
All right, realistically, what's
Surfshark, sponsor me, please.
I could do an audible sponsor. With Audible.com.
I think the coolest sponsors I've always seen is like, I think G Fuel sponsors are cool, especially if you're a big creator because you can make like.
but we can't get a G Fuel sponsor.
What was it? Advanced.gg or Glitch.
Oh yeah.
A lot
Oh,
more.
you know what I've seen a lot of too recently? SteelSeries has been sponsoring a bunch of people.
To be fair, Glitch, I see a lot more Glitch because it's run by one YouTuber who has a lot of friends. Bro, are you guys? What the fuck? Can you guys not do that in front of me?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I know you didn't. I just want to add more fucking
Drama.
more content.
Content. He's like
honestly,
honestly, I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Bro, I know you're
Everybody
a whore.
been know
I
that.
used to be a whore.
Until I started dating someone.
Anyways, with Prime.
No, I mean
that used to be more back in his prime. Speaking of Prime,
yeah,
we can.
no, I think being sponsored with I wouldn't mind getting sponsored by most companies. A lot of people dislike Raid Shadow Legends or anything, bro. I don't. They're like, show for this game. I look at Raid Shadow. I'm like, I'll show for Raid Shadow Legends. I do not give a fuck.
You know what? I usually skip the sponsorship segments, right? Like everyone. You know what sponsorships actually brought me in?
Which one?
There were two, off the top of my head. Ridge Wallet.
Oh, Ridge Wallet
And Current.
the current credit card.
card,
Yeah, I've seen both of those, but I think the current one has got me more into like.
The current. It sounds like a good idea. It sounds like a good idea, and the card looks sexy. The Ridge Wallet just looks sexy, bro.
Yeah,
It
no,
looks
100%.
practical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the current credit card, it's just it looks really good, and I also I don't know if it's for everybody that's been sponsored, but most of the sponsors that I've seen with the credit card, they always go and with like the first 1,000 signups, one of you can have the chance to earn $1,000 off of this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen
So
that.
I'm like, oh, sick! Like I would sign up more than once if I could. Did I ever tell you guys like how I almost got stranded in Hawaii?
That sounds pog, but you did it.
No, I had.
You
Okay.
mentioned it.
Okay. So I'm gonna lay this down. So, January, right? January 2019, 2020, when I went to Hawaii for an entire week, everything was going good and bad at the same time. Like I got there, no money, but I get paid the next day, and so I got money in my bank account now. I get there with a bunch of equipment, and my tripod breaks the next day, and I just had it. I had that tripod for like two weeks, so it was still pretty new, and I had to throw it in. But so it was going like that, consistent good and bad, and like 7 days are going by, and in the middle of those 7 days, my cousin was supposed to come in and fly in and join us on the trip for 3 days, right? And they get an Airbnb hotel. And it's one of those that you like in order to get in, you need to put in a combination, and then it opens, and then you can go inside, and then it closes and it locks. And you got to do that all the time if you're outside. They leave a day before we leave, and so we're the ones that have to turn in the Airbnb. And now this is where the story gets really fun. On the last day there, we don't do anything. We literally just sleep in because it was like our final day. We were tired of going everywhere. Our feet were like cramped up and sore. And so we're just walking tirelessly, and we're packing our stuff. And we have a bag full of trash, and we were like, we're not going to leave it here for the owners to just come up and just, clean this shit and be like, fuck, because that's bad. That's a bad name. So we take out the trash, but my cousin that was with me, he was like, where is it? And I was like, I don't know. I'll go help you look for it. So both of us leave the room, and I only have one phone on me. It's the iPhone, the one that has no cell. And my cousin doesn't have his phone with him. Our flight is at 2 Hawaii time, right? And we get out of that room at 11:15. The lock combination changes at 11:30 so that we could turn in the room at 12. But we did not know that 11:15 or 11:16 meant combination switch. So when the door finally closed and I came back to type in the code, it didn't open. And now keep in mind, behind the door is my actual phone, my wallet, and my camera. Everything valuable is behind those doors. And we got a flight to catch in 3 hours. And we're at first we're like, I was like, I typed in the code wrong. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
I do that.
Bro, it's because I'm dyslexic.
It's on me.
It's on me. My bad. Let me do it again. And it hits me with the red mark again. I'm like, I did it wrong again. And then I look at my cousin. I'm just like, bro, the code is this, right? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, you try it. Because I was like, I'm no longer confident that I'm hitting the numbers correctly.
It can't be my fault.
Yeah. And so he tries it and it's red. Oh my God. And I was starting to get nervous. Like I'm starting to get like my whole body's heating up. I'm sweating. It doesn't help that it's humid over there. And I'm just like, what are we gonna do? And so here's the thing, right? I left out an important, crucial part. The card that we use in the hotel, so like they know that we're in the hotel, is also used to go down the elevator and go back up the elevator. So you need that card. And we only had 2. You want to know where both of those were? Inside the fucking room. We could get down without it easily because we just need another person to go through. And so our first idea was one of us goes down and the other one stays up here and just waits for the entire time and see if somebody can get it done, right? And we were discussing who was going to do it. And it was going to be me going down at the elevator. But the problem is that I did not remember my cousin's phone number like on the spot, my other cousin that left. Because he was the only one that knew about the info and contact because he's the one that contacted them on the Airbnb. And so we had to get in contact with him to get into contact with the other guy, with the owner of the Airbnb to change the lock back and all this thing. So the only one that didn't know the number was my cousin and he left. And so he went down. He was the brave soldier that goes down. And now I'm holding my phone right here. And it's now past 11:30. It's 11:40. It's 12. It's 12:15. I'm like, bro, what is taking this so long? I'm sweating. And I'm like, the moment I do anything, if I go down the elevator, if I go down the stairs, I can't get back up. If I do not see him at the bottom, I am fucked. Like, we're going to be in 2 completely different places. So I'm like, I think the best option is to stay. 12:30 comes by. And I'm out here like, shit. I'm like, a part of me was like, damn, I guess I'm just gonna have to rebook the flights for some other day, right? To go back home from Hawaii. But the other part of me was like, how the fuck am I gonna even book shit if my shit is over there? And at 12:30, I'm like, nah, this motherfucker's taking forever. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I just couldn't stay. I needed to see if something was getting done. And I go downstairs through the elevator. He is not downstairs anymore. And I go up to the counter and I'm like, hey, yo, my guys, has there been a dude here that came by that was talking about like the code and stuff? And he was like, no, there hasn't been anybody here. And I was like, bro, what do you mean there hasn't been anybody here?
Just leave me away, bro. No way.
I'm like, what do you mean? I saw him go down. How is this happening? I'm losing my fucking shit. And so I tell him the story. The guy on the counter tell him, and and they're like, look, we can't do really anything because that one's owned by somebody else, and we don't even have a spare for that. And I was like, what the fuck do I do? He's like, the best thing you can do is just go upstairs and we'll contact you about with the number. And I was like, okay. And they send me back up the elevator. I open and I'm fucking defeated, right? I get to the floor, I'm defeated, and I turn right and I see my cousin there, and I'm like, bro, where have you been? Like, my man's, I just went to go downstairs and they told me all this shit. And he was like, oh, yeah, they told me that too. But they also got in contact with the guy. And I was like, they did? Why didn't he tell me that? And then the dude comes out of like the laundry like room because he was throwing something away. And he's like, yeah, so, or I think he was picking up the phone call. And he was on the phone, yeah. And so he comes in and he's like, all right, here you go. There was 2 desk attendants. And I didn't know that. until I saw that man put in the code and he let us in. You know what time it is at the point that we get our stuff out of that room? It's 1:10. Our flight is at 2. We need to go through security TS. Oh my god, bro. I'm like, we might have made it out of the airport. I mean, out of the fucking hotel. But we still got like 45 minutes to get to the fucking airport. And I'm like, shit, are we gonna fucking make it? I ordered an Uber. We go. And in the Uber, and my cousin and I are just talking, and he's like, do you think we're going to make it? And I'm just like, bro, at this point, it doesn't even fucking matter if we made it. We're lucky we have our fucking money right now. And like, if we didn't have that, we could have booked shit. But now that we have that, we're good. We're fine. We could book another flight for another day. So that's why I wasn't worried about that, but I was just stressing. And we get to the fucking airport at 1:40, and we go through, and we print out our passes. And it was the easiest shit ever because I had only like board shorts. Like, what?
TSA's so fucking lucky. I've got to stop 4 fucking times for TSA. I took 1 hour to get out of TSA one time, and the line was me and like 10 other people. This is a load of bullshit. I've been stopped by TSA every single.
I'll tell him right now.
I've been stopped by TSA every single fucking time I've flown in a flight, bro. This is a load of bullshit, bro. Oh my god, fuck you, bro.
You think that's lucky? What happened with me and Clover was even more. But like, so I get there. It's 1:40 through TSA and everything. And I still have 10 minutes to rest in the chairs before they start even boarding. And so I got lucky in Hawaii. Did not get stranded. Almost did. But if you want a luckier story with TSA, we're going on our 7-day adventure, Seattle, New York, right? And we are flying LAX.
You know what? Wait.
So annoying.
Before you keep on going. The time it took me an hour, bro. I got to the airport with an hour. I had never taken that long before. I got to the airport with like an hour and 5 minutes, bro. I'm like, cheeks, the most I've taken is like 30 minutes when I got and stopped and they searched my bag and they searched me. Like, that's the longest. And that's when I brought fucking tamales when I knew I was going to get stopped, bro. Right. And they stopped me, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck is taking so long? Blah, blah, blah. Bro, by the time I'm out of TSA, people are boarding my fucking flight, bro. I'm like, by the time I get to the gate, people are boarding my flight. I'm like the last person in, bro. I felt because I feel bad, you know? I know they're not waiting for me, but you still feel bad the last person walking in and shit, you know? Yeah. Well, no, and I was like, what a load of bullshit, bro. I came in here with an hour, like, to get through TSA. An hour to get to TSA and to my gate, which is should be more than enough time. And it wasn't.
We cut it close, bro.
We cut it too close, bro. I was fucking sagging. My pants were basically on my knees when we went through the door.
You need to know about me. I have not traveled in any form since like I was 9. So at this point it was like 11 years. I'm here I always carry a belt because I'm fucking skinny as shit. Mm-hmm. So skinny jeans are fucking sagging on me. I had the bright idea of wearing my Chucks, my Converse, and they're not the fucking flimsy material one. They're the hard leather ones. I wore like 3 or 4 layers, and I had my gym bag and a duffel.
When I saw him, I was like, damn, that's a lot. But it's all good though, cause like it's not gonna take us that long, right?
So our flight is like at 9, right?
Yeah.
He picks me up after 7.
Yeah.
I'm like chilling. LAX cheeks, right?
And then our first situation was we get a little bit of traffic. And I'm like, bro, if we can make it to the airport at least like by before 8:30, we'll be good. And we did. We got lucky on that. And I was like, bro, that was all the stress that I needed today. So I thought.
so we're like we get to the front, right? We just get dropped off, so we don't have to wait to get to the front so someone can help us. It's just us, just like 3 bags total, and we get dropped. So we spent some time looking for where we're supposed to be at, right? We find the line, you know, there's a fucking canine unit. We get through the canine unit, we go upstairs, and then we get up the stairs.
And the line is short. The line is short as hell.
fucking picture a perfect scenario. We start heading through the first checkpoint, which is where they check the fucking passwords. Mm-hmm. I give up my password ID. He gives up his shit. That's where they stop me. What? Because he shows them the ticket information, right? We're traveling together, but he holds the tickets. They stop me because my birthday is wrong.
By what? By what? By what?
By a fucking one number. One fucking number. By like 24 fucking hours.
But you can clearly see that it's this man.
Yeah, like I gave up my California ID. I gave up my passport ID. You can see my face on the fucking ticket. It's clearly me. But the guy's like, nah. Go back downstairs.
You gotta go fix this.
Go fix this.
On the line. And now, okay, so now.
Yeah, we're like, okay, fine. You know, a little hiccup. Let's go downstairs.
Okay, but before we even went downstairs, when we were going up, I remember looking at the line and I told him, I was like, bro, imagine having to deal with that in the morning. I should have just kept my fucking mouth shut. Because we went to that line, and when we saw it at first, there was like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say there was 4 rows, right? Only 2 of those were full at the time. When we show up, we're in the very back of all 4.
And so it has one single line to separate into the fucking 4 rows.
It's 8:30 and this line is not traveling for shit. Bro, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, bro, what do we do?
So here's the thing, right? So we got sent down. And he's like, I'm looking at the time, right? I'm like, how long? He's like, oh, bro, don't worry. We just got to get through this, and then we're scot-free, right? We could just book it to the flight. I'm like, okay, fine. I believe him, right? Because I don't know anything about fucking airports.
You got a far gate, too? Is what it sounds
Hold
like.
Hold on. We go downstairs. He's like, I'll go with you. I'll stay with you. I'm like, I hope you will, because I don't fucking know a thing. So we're waiting in line. We spent a good 15 to 20 minutes in that fucking line.
It's almost 9 o'clock, bro.
Almost 9, bro.
So the time goes, it's 8:50. It's 8:50. And I'm like, fuck
and
this.
And you haven't gotten through TSA?
No, we had to go back from it. We had to go.
No,
like,
yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
but
so
it's 8:50 and you guys still haven't gotten to
no
TSA.
TSA.
Restart TSA.
Yeah.
So, but we're still in the fucking line. Luckily, there was this guy. I don't know who the fuck he was, but thank him, bro.
Oh no, cause I was like, bro, I'm fucking done with this shit. He goes up and he's talking to like the people like at the very front, and I scoot in. I'm like, hey yo, my guy. I was like, my guy. Dude, so what do we do for just like a fix on a pass, right? And he's looking and he's like, oh, it's like for the birthday, and I'm like, yeah, it's just one day, and he's like, he sees it and he's like, oh, we could just change this right away. And this
is after 20 minutes.
After 20 minutes of waiting.
This is after 20 minutes of waiting, bro.
And debating whether to talk to the people up there about this. And he's just like, yeah, look, give me this. And he takes his ID and the ticket, and he's like, here you go. Here's your new boarding pass. Right away.
That was a 5-minute process.
Like less than 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minute process.
Because then after that, we started speed walking, and I'm like, we're basically jogging.
You're like,
it's not far, bro.
No,
it's not far, bro.
No, the slowest point that we walked was passing the fucking canine unit.
Yeah, because they were like, they stopped us there, and they were like, all right, you're just gonna you guys are gonna walk together, and I'm like, the only thing that can fuck this shit up is if that fucking dog says some dumbass shit.
Yeah. Hey, Mexican, come here.
Hey, Beaner.
Hey, Beaner, come here. You got your papers?
I was sweating my ass, and I'm just walking there as robotic as I could, cause I'm like,
the dog's looking at you like
I'm holding my cheeks are clamped up as I'm walking, like I'm like, don't smell nothing, don't smell nothing, don't smell nothing.
Smell nothing.
Yeah, I'm looking at Moy the entire time. I'm like, hey, bro, you good? Did you put any perfume on?
I'm like,
we passed that, and we basically start jogging up. And when we get to the stairs, because we have to go upstairs too, we're skipping giant 5, 6, jumping above these stairs.
We're fucking Super Mario Bro in this shit.
And it's already 9 at this point. It's 9, and you can hear it in the comms. They go, yeah, the flight for no, not last night yet.
Gate something that
they're boarding.
Soon,
they're boarding now, and we still haven't even given our passports and our nothing like that. And we still haven't taken clothes off and nothing like that.
Like we had just gone through the first checkpoint where I got stopped, and Alan's like, start taking off your clothes right now, bro. And I'm like, don't tell me twice. All you hear is get the fuck off. All you hear is this.
And we're still in line. We haven't. I'm like.
That's all you hear from me, and then me fucking walking
barefoot. I told him, untie your shit now.
Everything off now, bro. We're not gonna make it, bro.
We basically get naked as fuck, bro. We get naked. We put our shits on the trays.
Holding my fucking pants up and shit.
Oh, yeah. Your pants are sagging.
Yeah, that's why our pants are sagging because I was wearing a belt too.
Yeah.
And so, but we're going through the thing, and then they stop us, and they're checking us through the metal thing, and I'm like, bro, please don't find some dumbass shit. Like I dead ass took off everything, and they go through and nothing, and we're fine. We go through, but we're getting last call for, and I'm like, bro,
please. You're like praying now.
Because we made it through it all already, and I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna do?
Oh,
because we didn't know where our gate was exactly. We just knew where it would be.
Direction?
Yeah, what direction? And I just had finished putting on my right foot in my white Converse. Those, and I'm and he's trying to put his belt on, and I'm like, I slipped on my left, and I'm like, let's fucking go.
I told him, book it. I'll be right behind you.
I remember the time
he takes off, and I book it right after him.
You ever see
my fucking pants up?
He's holding it one hand, and I am too. I'm holding it from like right here, and then I'm just like, I grab it, and I'm like, ah.
I remember the one time that I had to like rush to a gate. Oh, yeah. I was lucky because it was John Wayne, the one that stopped me on my way back to San Francisco. John Wayne's small, but I got a relatively far gate for John Wayne.
Right.
Bro, I didn't even put on my shoes, bro. I was walking around my socks. And then I got to the gate, and then there's people in line, and that's when I put on my shoes. But I'm assuming when you guys got there, the way that tons looked at you like, the fuck, bro?
Okay, dude, you ever seen Home Alone? Home Alone 2, where he gets lost in New York, where they're running through the airport? That was us.
Oh.
And I had I was wearing 2 hoodies. No, not hoodies, but jackets. And my pants were falling. My chucks were untied. And Moy's right behind me. We're running through. And my shit starts sagging. I feel my pants falling, and I'm like, I'm looking everywhere, and I can't pay attention to my pants. And at one point, I just let go. I let go of my pants, and I'm still looking. I'm looking, where the fuck is our fucking gate? Because I'm seeing letters and numbers. I'm like, where are we going?
Bro,
he's just following me because he doesn't know where to go.
No. So like I had no idea where to go, right? So I'm like, no help at all. So I'm slowly putting everything back on. Luckily, I get everything back on except for my shoes. My shoes are all scrunched up. I'm stepping on the back of it. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. Once we get on the plane, I'm fixing everything. Fuck my belt.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even realize, but I missed like 4 loops on my pants.
Yeah.
Me too.
I missed like 4 loops. So as I'm following him, I realize I'm still sagging. Why the fuck am I still sagging? And I lift up my jacket and my shirt, and I see my belt all the way up on my stomach. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, you're like, it don't matter.
And I told Alan, bro, oh, I fucked up my belt. He's like, it doesn't matter, bro.
I'm like, it don't matter. They're last calling us right now. Let's fucking go.
Like,
and we're
oh shit, it's right there. He finally sees it. It's right there. I'm like,
oh bro, okay. This is how lucky we were. I was looking at numbers right to left, right? And our gate was the very first one on the left. And we fucking turn left, and the people, like, there's no line. That's no line.
Oh, yeah.
There's nobody there waiting, before us. And we just go in there, and I'm like, yo, here are our tickets right here. I deadass felt that I had nothing on. My fucking pants are like down here. Like, they were all down here. Like, that's how I felt. And I'm like, here, yeah. Like, imagine that. Like, yeah.
Like,
we're here.
Like in any situation, you would have thought we were just done fucking. Like, that's how.
We didn't even get time to like button. No. We just ran out of the house. Like, that's how it was. And we get to the fucking end of the tunnel, and there people are still getting seated and like and
Oh.
I make a story, right? I make a story on Instagram, and you can go see it on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
It's when I'm like, yo, we made it. When I made that story, I felt fucking relieved, and I was holding my pants. I was like, because at that point we still hadn't fucking put anything. We couldn't put anything, and then the best part, 8 more people came right behind us.
Wow.
Like, so it didn't even look like we were the last ones. We all- and we got lucky. And the worst part about the entire trip was that was the only time we got stopped at an airport.
Way.
And keep in mind that I bought the tickets and everything. They're all exactly the same. So we thought that there was gonna be an issue when we went at every airport.
At LAX to Seattle, New York, back.
And that wasn't the case.
It was only LAX.
Only LAX.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, certain airports are just bitches.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we were just, we were out here sweating.
It don't matter, bro.
John, because San Francisco TSA never stopped me. Never once did I stop by San Francisco TSA. Every single time I've been stopped by TSA, it's been fucking John Wayne's TSA, and it's so annoying because San Francisco's TSA is long, bro. Because they have like 4 lanes for every terminal, and there's like 10 planes on every terminal.
Right.
It's so annoying and it's fucking annoying. But like I've never gotten stopped for extended periods of time. It's always John Wayne that fucking stops me, and their TSA is so shit, bro. It's like there's like 10 people in line. They're taking like 20 minutes each.
yeah.
I'm like, but where the fuck are you taking so long, bro? Like,
I hate the people that have 7 trays for the littlest shit ever.
Bro. Oh,
Like, they need to
when we were in
categorize
line
it.
to fix up that birthday discrepancy. When we were in line, we saw a family that, no fucking lie, had the fucking Home Depot big old carts that carry the fucking plywood and the big old supplies
that one.
for the luggage, and they had a whole tank of
the whole family was loaded with them. Bro.
yeah, the whole family.
And so you know what?
Mom had one,
But you know what that
dad.
means, though, right? It means that they were checking these bags in, and every bag check in.
That's $450 each bag. Oh my god.
Yes,
Oh my
exactly. They were checking bags in, and we saw a person with a duffel bag. It was like a sort of like a duffel bag.
Not
It
even
was,
a double bag. It was like a briefcase, bro.
Yeah. and that took like 10 minutes just to check that in. So we were behind the whole family of like.
My man was on a business trip.
Bro, that's no. The family. That's
Yes.
$450 a
And-
bag.
and-
Minimum.
No. The biggest
so much money,
biggest
Sister
piece of
Gambler.
luggage was, no lie, probably like half this bed across.
Oh my god.
That was like the biggest piece of luggage that the family had.
Oh my god.
Bro, and we were behind
It
that.
was like the metal ones, like
Mm.
I could throw a pin in, you could
Mm.
boom.
Yeah,
We were behind that family.
That's
All right,
so much
let me
money.
tell you what happened at JFK now. So, in order to come back home to California
Which was
from
JFK?
JFK, New York, I didn't tell Moy this, but we were actually running late there too.
He didn't tell me, but I could tell. I could tell.
So there's an hour, because both airports, the closest airports to Brooklyn, New York, are an hour away, right? And the one that we flew out of is JFK, and so we had an Uber ride an hour all the way over there. And so I called the Uber about an hour and 30 before.
Yeah.
Not before our flight, but like before a 1 hour 30 minute boarding call. So I timed that, right? The car doesn't get to us, the Uber doesn't get to us until 30 minutes after I ordered it. So it takes the entire 1 hour to get to the airport. And now we're 30 minutes in. Like we still have 1 hour and 30 minutes to get through it all. Problem is that it took us 45 minutes to just find where we were going, because we didn't even know where JFK was. Like, we didn't know where like our gates were at, and it looked so empty, but it was also so full.
That place is a fucking clusterfuck. But when I say clusterfuck, it's so confusing because we had space. We had space to fucking swing our arms around, to fucking do a whole movie, but it was so full that we looked around and there were like 20 plus people in each fucking gate by the time that we were boarding.
And so we're 45 minutes in. We still got another 30 minutes before our boarding time goes on, and we're still looking for the TSA. We're still looking for the TSA to get through because we didn't know where to go. And then we see one, and we're like, oh, this is it. This is the gate that we need to go through. And they're like, oh, you guys are diamond premium? I don't know what the fuck they told us. They asked us something like that, right? Like, you guys are royalty or some shit? And we're like, no, we just got these.
Got this.
And they're like, oh, no, you just got to go to the other one over there. No, but they just said over there. They didn't point. They didn't say anything else. They just pointed, and we were like, oh, okay.
No, okay. So what he was talking about is there's the front entrance, and then it automatically opens to check your bags. Most of them were closed except for like 3. So there'd be like 5 closed and then 3 open, and then another 5 closed and 3 open and another 5 closed. We go into the first TSA that we thought, right? And they're like, oh yeah, no, go over there. And we just go into the general direction. We go into this, I forgot what language the TSA chick was speaking, because she had a heavy ass accent. And I'm like, I'm gonna let Alan handle this because I have no idea what she's saying. So I guess Alan just fucking took a shot in the dark, and I was following him the whole time. We finally get to TSA, which was, after that, it was easy. But finding where we were supposed to go, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, that almost took us the entire time.
That's so annoying because the airports I've been to like 3. There's always like, I can go to whatever TSA gate I want. Obviously, it's gonna take me longer to get to my gate if I use the wrong one. But if I'm running late and I need it, and my Uber driver's like, "Can I drop you off here?" I don't fucking care, bro. I just need to get the TSA, because the biggest worry for me is always TSA, because I've got to stop almost every single time I've flown.
TSA has something against you.
Honestly, bro. I knew I had tamales. It's because that's one of the last times I got stopped. I think the second last time I had tamales, and I'm like, they're gonna stop me. Like, I know they're gonna stop me because they stopped me for stupider shit, and I'm like, and bro, I took that bag. They're like, what's that? I'm like, it's tamales, and it's on the top of my backpack, bro. And they're like, cause it's like tamales. It looks like fucking bundles of whatever the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's tamales. And then I took out the bag. I gave it to me. Here's the bag. It's tamales. Open it. I don't give a shit, you know? Cause I knew they were gonna stop me, and they stopped me. Like, it's annoying, bro. Another time I got stopped. The stupidest one, and one of the ones that took the longest, was the backpack I took. This is why I don't take the gray backpack I used to have. I don't take that to the airport anymore, because I got stopped because of the backpack. Because it has zippers on the inside, and they stopped me, and they took forever trying to find out what it was. And it was the first time I had used that bag. Is when and I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is, you know?
You know what's so funny? And you're gonna hate me for telling you this, but the bag that I take has pockets, zippers everywhere. But I also have all of my electronics and metal sticking out, pointing on the very top and everything.
And when he was taking it apart when we first got to Seattle, he was taking everything out, right? First it was like his camera equipment, his fucking, just all his tripod, all his equipment. And then his clothes were under there. I'm like, how the fuck did you not get stopped?
And then my shoes were under.
And then
and then my cables were in my mini bag, and
I don't know your luck, bro. I've been stopped for the stupid shit. I was so pissed when I figured out what it was, cause it's a zipper, and then there's a cable to plug in a battery.
Yeah.
And they stopped me because the zipper's right next to the cable, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, this is such a stupid reason to stop me. It took fucking forever. I was so fucking pissed, bro. When I figured out, obviously you can't say shit, because you say shit, they're just gonna stop you longer, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just so fucking pissed in there, like, bro. Like, when I figured out what it was, I'm like, when they figured out what it was, because again, it was my first time taking that bag. I didn't even know I had that cable, and I was so pissed. And I never took that bag again. I always take one of the red bags I have now, because fuck that. I'm not getting stopped by TSA for some fucking suspicious looking zipper. Bro, so stupid.
That's what they said.
No,
suspicious looking zipper.
Of the cable in the zipper. Yeah, they said the cable looked sus, bro. If I ever go on a trip with you, bro, we're going early, because there has not been a trip where I do not get stopped by TSA.
You know, that is, I guess, no, like, I can manage my time for everything else. But when it comes to, like, doing something physical, I'm always cutting it so close. Like, when it comes to TSA check-ins for going to airports and stuff. And I'm like, bro, a bunch of people say an hour early this, an hour early that. And I'm like, I don't believe it.
And you're always running on the brink of it, bro.
I'm on time. I haven't missed one flight.
Like, I went an hour early because I had gotten stopped before, and it still wasn't enough time to get at my gate before they started calling, bro.
Bro, you're getting stopped so often that it's becoming a routine, and you're still not making it before they call. That is great. That is so great.
That was so annoying. The last trip I had was super annoying, bro.
I've gone to multiple airports at this point, and in different states now. But I've not been, like, me personally been stopped. No, that has not been me. That is so weird. But I swear it is the weirdest shit what happened with us, because it was just these guys. These guys are the ones that we're gonna stop.
These guys right here, absolute chumps. They're not gonna make their flight.
Why are you pointing the mic at me?
Yeah.
It's your call.
I'm 100% down to go to the World Resort, but I'm also 100% down to leave this fucking podcast. So have a nice night, folks.
Bye.
I guess that's the end.